morning. My name is Chef Martin Draluck, and I am the chef and owner of the Black Pot Supper Club. So the Black Pot Supper Club is my attempt at highlighting the African-American food history stories that are oftentimes untold, specifically starting with the stories of James Hemings and Hercules Posey, who were enslaved chefs of George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. James Hemings specifically, who influences really how we still eat today with bringing recipes from France for things like macaroni and cheese, French fries, and ice cream. Today we're gonna make sweet potato and chocolate chili. It's really just something I love to make at home during the winter. It's a fun alternative way to use up your sweet potatoes. We're gonna use Abuelita chocolate, and I think like a lot of people, we have a lot of it at our house when you buy it, right? It comes in those like stacks of tubs and you don't always use it. And I was like, man, this kind of just needs like a little bit more depth of flavor. I was like, chocolate, I feel like would work. And I just had like a half broken up thing of the Abuelita chocolate, and I just kind of threw it in there. And I was like, oh yeah, that hits right there. So we're gonna keep that. But I think, like we said earlier, if you don't have the Abuelita chocolate, you can just use anything that you can come across. You get that kind of like mole-ish flavor. That's the fun thing I think with cooking, right? Is recipes are really just like guidelines. You don't have to follow them. You can adjust with whatever. So we're starting to sweat and get a little bit of color. So we'll add in all our dry ingredients. Like I said, you get some paprika, some coriander, some cumin, black pepper, chili powder, of course, salt, and some thyme. We'll let that toast for a second, and then we'll add in the tomato paste and garlic, some tomato paste. Gotta let that cook as well for a moment. So we'll add in a little bit of our wine. We got a little bay leaf, chicken stock, tomatoes. These are fire roasted tomatoes. You can really use any type of bean you want. I really like using dry beans when I have the time. But so because we're trying to make this in a little bit of, not a hurry, but quicker, we'll just add in these pre-cooked and drained beans. And then we can just add in our sweet potatoes. Give it a stir and just really let that go until the sweet potatoes are cooked. You can also let it keep stewing until the beans kind of start to pop. My grandfather was a big guy from Austin, Texas, so chili was definitely something in his rotational recipes. And I mean, you know, it's definitely something that I remember eating kind of growing up as a kid. I personally also, for this dish, if I'm making that at home, I don't necessarily peel the sweet potatoes. I like sweet potato skins. I know some people find them just not pleasant to eat. So I personally don't peel them. I like the rustic look as well, and the kind of combination of colors that you'll get from the orange and the orange insides and red or brown kind of outside. So you want to keep it in that little like low or high simmer to low rolling boil would be appropriate, and just keep stirring it to make sure that the ingredients don't stick to the bottom of the pan and actually burn. But at some point, yeah, the beans will start kind of breaking apart, releasing their starches, and the whole dish and the sweet potato will release its starch and it'll start coming together. I believe our recipe calls for a little tablet of the Abuelita chocolate. I'm just gonna shave in a bunch and kind of stir it. A little bit more. If I'm at home, I might just throw in the whole tab and let it do its thing. I don't mind the sweetness. That looks pretty good. You can absolutely use other chocolate. I just love the extra flavor that you get out of the Abuelita. You know, all the extra spices that I think help to bring out the original seasoning that we put into the pot. So I think it works really well and adds a lot of depth to the flavor.